The next step after recording the test script is to create the test data containers. A test data container consists of reusable data records that can be transferred to the test script. The test data container consists of parameters that describe the interface of the container and of the variants in which the actual data is stored. So basically what it means is whatever parameters you have defined in the test script step, you're going to specify that for the data file that you're going to use. So this data file is going to be the source for your test script. So all the records, the data that you want to create, for example in this case the user IDs that you want to create have to be specified in that data file. So click on the test data radio button and enter a test data container name. So let us give the same name as the test script to avoid any kind of confusion. So say enter as create then click on the create icon. So you get to the create test data container screen, and that you have the attributes tab, enter a title, so test data container for creating mass users. Give a component. Again you have to, in the maintenance system box, enter the system data container and name and the target system name in which you want to execute this ECATT. After you enter that, click on save. You again get the create object and directory entry box. Click on local object because you don't want to transport this ECATT. Now click on the parameter tab, go to edit and click on the import parameter option here. Now in this step you are going to select the parameters that you would want to use in your actual user ID creation process. Even though you have created some parameters, you don't need to use all of them in your actual data creation. So enter the test script name here that you have created and click on the get parameter button. Now when you get a list of parameters here, you can also decide the sequence in which they need to appear in your file, the data file. So select the parameters that you want to have in the file and click on this icon. So my first field when I go to SE01 is the user ID field. So I would like that to be, let's say we would like that to be the first field in the file. So select that field and click on this attach icon. Then you click on the create icon in SE01, you go to the address tab and there you have the last name field. So you enter the last name, then the function, first name and then the function. So specify the sequence in which you want the fields to appear in your file. After you have specified all the field parameters, click on the copy button on that box. Click on the save icon. Now click on the variants tab. Now in the variants tab you have to specify the location of your the data file. So in this case our variant path is set to our local desktop. You can set it by using utilities. Click on settings, then you go to ECATT tab. If you don't see ECATT, then scroll to the right and you get to the ECATT, or you can click on this page icon and you get the list of the tabs that you see here and select the ECATT, and then click on the external tab, and here you can specify the path of your variant file. So that's how this setting appears here. So once you have made the change, click on save. Now the next step in the process is to download this file. So go to the menu edit, variants, and click on download. So the path that was specified was desktop, so you can save the file on the desktop. Now if you want to go and select the file here and click on save. So we have finished the third step in the process. The first step, again to recap, was to create this data container, system data container, which would contain the system list in which you would want to execute the ECATTs. Then you have recorded the in the test script option, you have recorded the transaction code which you wanted to automate, and in the third step you created the template for the data file, the file that will contain your actual data. The fourth step in the process would be to execute the ECATT. So to execute the ECATT, you have to first create test configuration. So let us create a test configuration and execute the ECATT.